We are at Fort Lauderdale Beach today. We're going to have lunch. My daughter called me up this morning, like at 7:30 this morning, and said, "Hey, Dad, do you want to go out to lunch today?" And I said, "Absolutely." She just moved back to Florida a couple of months ago from Los Angeles, where she lived for 2 or 3 years. So absolutely, we went out to lunch. And we went down to Fort Lauderdale Beach. This is A1A on Fort Lauderdale Beach, which is the best beach anywhere in the country. This is the place to go to. Problem is, I feel like I may have been robbed and completely ripped off at this restaurant. And I'm going to tell you guys about it. I had a great meal. I'll go over all of that. But I want to ask you if you think I was robbed here. And I think I was. They have these big chairs everywhere, don't they? It was so hot today too, man. It was way up in the 90s, so they're blowing cold water on you on the sidewalk here. I'm walking along the edge because it was so hot. I was trying to get a little bit of shade. This is the world-famous Elbo Room. This is Las Olas Boulevard in A1A. This place has been here forever and ever. It's a historical landmark. But there were not a lot of people in the Elbo Room today, so there was plenty of room, more than just elbow room. And the place we went to lunch is pretty much right next door to the world-famous Elbo Room. And it's a place that's a pretty common place, Senor Frogs. And this is a tourist area. Most of the people that are here are tourists. There's some locals like me. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale. My daughter lives in Fort Lauderdale. But it's mostly for tourists. And sometimes, when you're a tourist and you go out to eat, sometimes it's better to go to a chain, a familiar place, so you know that the food is going to be good. You know what the food is. So you don't go to some restaurant and throw down a bunch of money and the food's no good. And a lot of times in tourist parts of town, I don't know if you've experienced this, but it seems to me, since you're probably going to eat there once, they really don't care about return business in a lot of these tourist places. So it's always good to go, for me at least, to a place that's familiar. And Senor Frogs, pretty good. And the atmosphere is pretty good too. I've seen these Senor Frogs before, and the decor is really amazing. I said, "Hey, can we sit at this table over here?" She was going to sit us somewhere else, and she said, "Sure. Sit wherever you want." Now, they don't give you menus. She just takes you to the table, sits down, and no menu. It's a good view too, isn't it? The menu, you scan it off the table, and you look at it on your phone, which actually I kind of like, because I hate when you go into a restaurant and you don't know how many hands have been on that menu. So then you just pull it up on your phone. I pulled it up here on the iPhone. It's not that long of a menu, which I was surprised. A very small menu. And the prices are okay. They're tourist prices, okay? So it's not cheap, but it's not expensive either. I would say probably the average dish is between $20 and $25. Mine was $18, a little less than that. But they got a pretty good selection here. You don't need a huge menu. And I like the idea of not touching a menu that's been all over the place. But when it's on the phone, you see the pictures there. I didn't really get a good look at the menu. My daughter got chicken tacos, which you'll see in a minute. And the pieces of fish on these tacos were huge. And I got boneless wings. Isn't that a great view? I mean, it's an awesome view. I mean, there's no getting around it. And this place is made to be a nightclub, all right? This is around 12:30 in the afternoon. But at night, this is a dance club. You can tell they got a DJ there. They got a dance floor. And there's decor everywhere. I mean, look at the ceiling. You don't see ceilings and walls way up high decorated like this in too many places. At least I don't. Outside of like Disney World or Universal Studios or something. So there's a lot of atmosphere. It's very nice. At night, I imagine you can't even move in here. And the music was blasting. It was really loud music. It's a restaurant, but it's It's more of a bar. It's kind of like a Chili's, just a little more hip and exciting. And I was surprised at all the decor all over the place. They pushed the drinks. I didn't have any alcohol. I just drank water because it was so hot today. Senor frogs. Those glasses hanging from the bar there, they're huge. I mean, they're like 2 feet long, and you order a whole drink in them, and you get to keep the glass. And at night, this place has got to look super cool because of all the lights and everything going on in here. It's like a nightclub out of a movie, really, isn't it? I was surprised they had a DJ there during the day when there's really not too many people in here. And the view, I mean, that's the best view. In Fort Lauderdale, it's like we live on an island here, isn't it? It's kind of like an island kind of town. This is the ceiling above our table. And you can just sit there and watch the ocean for hours. There's my daughter's fish taco. I mean, look at how big of a piece of fish that is. And each one of the tacos had a massive piece of fish on it. And these were unbelievably good. I couldn't even finish all of them. These are huge. They're much bigger than they look in the video, and they tasted great, and they were thick, boneless chicken. And there's bars everywhere in this joint. They asked me if I wanted to drink like 4 times. No, just the water. But everybody else around me was drinking, except my daughter. She didn't drink either, just water. Both of us just had water. As our waitress out there, setting up some tables and putting up the umbrella. Now, here's the part where I feel like I got robbed. I just filled out the check. I left a tip. I left a really good tip. And look, they charged me for the tip and the check. Service fee, 20%. So I more than doubled the tip because I tipped more than 20%. It was a hot day. There weren't a lot of tables. She was working hard. I gave her a really nice tip. And then I saw I already paid for the tip in the check. And my tip was a lot bigger than the one that was in the check. Now, I don't mind if they add the tip, but I had no idea that they added the tip. And I wonder, since I paid the tip twice, I'm guessing a lot of people do this, because when we left, I told my daughter, I said, I can't believe what happened. I just told her this. And she says, yeah. She said, the last time I came here, that happened to me too. I forgot to tell you. So my daughter paid for the tip twice too. And I seriously doubt the waitress gets 2 tips. What do you think? I don't think so. To me, it seems like a racket. And I know this is a tourist part of town, and maybe tourists don't leave tips. I don't know. I know in some countries, tipping's not normal, but in most countries, tipping is the norm. And because I left such a big tip, when I found out I already paid 20% on top of the tip that I left, it just really pissed me off, to tell you the truth. Would it piss you off? Did I get ripped off? Did I get robbed? Was this the right thing for them to do? You know, when people come to a place like this on vacation, they may not care too much because they're on vacation, they're spending money, they're not worried about these things. But when you're in your own town and you go out and something like that happens, it's a little different than when you're on vacation, isn't it? I know this, that I will never leave a tip without looking to see if the tip was already charged to me in any restaurant I ever go to forever and ever. I just couldn't believe it. And I'm not mad at the waitress. She was very good. She's working hard, you can see out there. So, I don't think she did anything. This is the policy of the restaurant. So, let me know what you think. 1, is this normal in restaurants? I've seen it before but usually it's printed on the menu. And since they really didn't give us a menu, I didn't see that. I have seen on menus where it says gratuities are included in the check, but since they don't give you a physical menu, I didn't see it. And I certainly didn't see it on the app, which is tiny, on my iPhone. If I would have seen it on a menu, I wouldn't have left a tip. Isn't that pretty cool? That's carved in a palm tree. That's absolutely amazing work, isn't it? These are electric bikes you can rent down there. So let me know in the comments. Did I get robbed? Did I get ripped off? Is this the right thing to do? Add the tip and then don't tell you, so you tip again. And is this typical in restaurants? Let me know in the comments. My name's Brian. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll talk to you next time.